Hello boys, welcome back to another session of video tutorials, and this session is meant for class 11th biology students, and this is meant for 17th October 2020. We have been revising the syllabus and we are into the revision of Animal Kingdom, chapter number 4, Animal Kingdom or Kingdom Animalia. And in our last session, up to phylum Arthropoda we discussed and we reflected upon what are the various important identifiable characters. Today in this session we are going to study another phylum called Phylum Mollusca. So you can remember this as freshwater mussel or cod, phyla and octopus. So sometimes you need to remember a phylum with examples. So and so family. Then even if you forget the general characteristics, based on the example that you remember, you can write. That is the advantage of remembering the examples. So going ahead, phylum molluscans, terrestrial, on land, aquatic, underwater, organ level of organization, bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic and coelomate. All these are technical words. Bilaterally symmetrical, two layers will be there. Bilaterally symmetrical is symmetry. We are talking of the symmetry. So when we cut open the animal in a particular axis, if we get two equal halves, that's why by two laterally sides. So two exact halves we get, bilaterally symmetrical. Triploblastic is the layers. During embryonic stage, there will be three layers: ectoderm, endoderm, mesoderm. That's why triploblastic. And of course, coelomate, body cavity is present. That's why all these three are technical words. And body is divided into head, muscular foot. You see, first time foot has come, and visceral hump. Unsegmented. Previously we said segmented, metamerization. Here unsegmented and covered with calcareous shell. This is the new thing. So the exoskeleton has got calcareous shell. That's why we see cone, shanku. Feather-like gills are present between hump and mantle. Again, in the same body, when we take the anatomy of it, we will see the gills, feather-like gills. Mouth contains, you see first time mouth has come, mouth contains file-like rasping organ for feeding called radula. So this is important, that helps in feeding. Example, phyla, octopus. Moving ahead, phylum Echinodermata. Dermata means layer, echino means spines. These animals having a skin with spines, spiny skinned animals. Endoskeleton, very important, it's made up of calcium, calcareous ossicles, marine, of course you will find all these fellows in sea, with organ system of organization. So systems have come, like digestive system, respiratory system, circulatory system, and most important in this is this water vascular system. This is the advanced feature of these animals. And as usual, they are triploblastic, they are coelomates. And this water vascular system will help in locomotion, capture of food, and well as respiration. Sexes are separate. That is, you got male starfish and female starfish. Fertilization is external, development is indirect. So it is not, the animals are not going to give birth to young ones directly. That is why we say indirect. If the adults give birth to young ones, then we say it is direct development. So in between there will be an embryo stages. So development is indirect. Examples, you remember this Echinodermata as starfish family, and sea cucumber and sea lily. So sea cucumber and sea lily, all are marine. That's the thing. So up to phylum Echinodermata. Starting from protozoa to Echinodermata, they are all invertebrates. They have no bones and backbone. Now, as we see there is evolution taking place in the next phylum, that is Hemichordata. Hemi means semi, half. So these are worm-like marine animals with organ system of organization, bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic coelomate animals. These are common. Body is cylindrical, composed of anterior proboscis, mouth-like one. Collar in future is going to be neck and long trunk. So slowly the evolutionary trend is showing what will happen in the future. Okay? Open circulatory system. Slowly circulatory system is evolving. Respiration by gills, and excretory organ is proboscis glands. Sexes are separate. Fertilization external, indirect development. So still, in some respects, hemichordata has improved compared to invertebrates. But then, in some respects, like indirect development, then fertilization is external, and not developing full respiratory system. Excretory system is still to evolve. Kidneys are to come. So in that way, it is still lagging. That is the reason why we are placing this in between the chordates and invertebrates. So example for this hemichordata, belanoglasses, remember, and of course sacoglasses. And moving ahead, phylum chordates, presence of notochord. See, this is the eye. So animals having now notochord, which is going to become in future backbone, vertebral column. Dorsal hollow nerve cord, means nervous system is going to come. These are the clues, these are the indicators that what's going to happen in future in the animals. Paired pharyngeal gill slits, gills have come. And bilaterally symmetrical, of course, triploblastic, coelomate with organ system level of organization. If you observe, this point is very common in most of the phyla. But what is improvement compared to hemichordata? Two chordates, closed circular system. That means heart, arteries, veins, blood vessels have come. And ventral heart, look at that. And post-anal tail is present. So compared to hemichordata, there is a lot of improvement in chordates. And phylum chordata is divided into three subphylum. Subphylum Urochordata, subphylum Cephalochordata, subphylum Vertebrata. So under chordata, Vertebrata is coming, remember. So Vertebrata is subphylum. Many people confuse that phylum Vertebrata. No, it is subphylum Vertebrata. Phylum is chordata. In Urochordata, notochord is present only in larval tail. In cephalochordate, it extends from head to tail and persists throughout life. Vertebrata possess notochord in embryonic period, which is replaced by, as I said, vertebral column in adults. So notochord has become vertebral column. Subphylum Vertebrata is further divided into two divisions. Okay. Agnata. Gnata means jaw. Agnata, absence of jaw, lacks jaw, jawless fellows. And gnathostomata, having jaw. Say maxilla and mandible. Okay, gnathostomata. So gnathostomata is further divided into two superclasses. What are those superclasses? Pisces, that is fishes having fins, and tetrapoda. Tetra means four. Poda, legs, tetrapoda, bearing limbs. So class, we come to the class Cyclostomata, that is circular mouthed fishes. Class Cyclostomata under the superclass Pisces. Okay, they are ectoparasites. Ecto, outside. The parasite that stays outside and sucks the nutrition in the form of blood. And they have sucking and circular mouth without jaw. Still they are jawless, remember, agnata. Body divided of scales, gill slits for respiration, cranium, look at that, cranium and vertebral column is cartilaginous. So there is improvement, but still it is cartilaginous. Circulation is closed type. They are marine but migrate to fresh water for spawning and die after few days. Larva return to sea after metamorphosis. This is a new thing, metamorphosis. As the animal develops into adult, there will be a lot of changes. Okay, changes for good, of course. Advanced characters will be added. That's metamorphosis. So example, Tetromazon, we say lamprey, and maxan, that is hagfish. And the second class in this is the Chondrichthyes. Chondrichthyes is cartilaginous fishes, fishes having cartilage. The marine streamlined body, that's why when you are jumping into the swimming pool, you make your body as linear as possible so that resistance from water will be less. And have cartilaginous endoskeleton. So first time endoskeleton has come. Cold-blooded, tough skin with minute placoid scales. Now what is cold-blooded and what is warm-blooded? I am sure all of you know that we are all warm-blooded. What do you mean by warm-blooded? Warm-blooded animals are animals whose body temperature is constant. Like all of us are having 37 degrees centigrade. So we maintain this irrespective of summer or winter or rainy season or autumn. Whereas cold-blooded is not like that. Depending upon the environmental temperature, animal will keep on changing its body temperature also. That's cold-blooded. So is it advantage or disadvantage? You just think of it. And when you think of it, keep your focus on enzymes that will be present inside our body. Okay. Gill slits, of course, the cold-blooded, tough skin with minute placoid scales have come. Gill slits are separate without operculum, okay, mouth-like structure. The powerful jaw, see up to top we were talking about jawless animals. These have got jaw, and they are predators. Air bladder is absent, hence to avoid sinking, swims constantly. Heart is two-chambered. First time you see two-chambered heart has come. And of course, just now we said cold-blooded. They're called technically Piclothermus. Piclothermus. Sexes are separate. Males have pelvic fins which bear claspers and internal fertilization. See, until then it was external fertilization. What is the disadvantage of external fertilization? I told. The male will come and release the sperms, the female will come and release the ova, and when the sperms and ova are released into the external environment like water, there has to be so many factors which will make them to be alive or dead, like cold temperature, then salinity of the water, then the density of the water, surface tension of it, and then chemicals present in the water. So many things are there. All these things will decide whether the sperm or the ovum is to be alive or dead. And then even when sperm and ovum meet together, zygote is formed. The zygote also will have the same fate. That's why external fertilization is always a weak link, whereas internal fertilization is safe. And many are viviparous. What do you mean by viviparous? They give birth to young ones, right? Viviparous. Electric organ is present in torpedo and poison sting is present in trigon. So sometimes in your NEET exam, electric organ, torpedo, remember, right? Going ahead, Scoliodon, dogfish, and great white shark. Okay, and then we move ahead with the another class, Osteoichthyes, that is body fish. Marine, freshwater, both marine as well as freshwater, both have bony, there it is cartilage, here bony, streamlined body with 4 pairs of gills covered by operculum, skin is covered with the scales, air bladder is present, there it is absent, heart is two-chambered, cold-blooded, almost all the same characters except air bladder. Sexes are separated, fertilization external, there it is viviparous, here it is oviparous, means egg laying, ovum, and development direct. For example, seahorse, hippocampus, flying fish, exocatus, freshwater labia, rohu, cutla, and of course magoclarias. These are all the various fishes that we talk about. So next we move ahead to tetrapod, or tetra means four-legged animals. We will talk about that in our next session. Until then, take care.